Welcome. Take a moment to settle in, releasing the rush of the day and softening your shoulders. Today, we're going to practice calming our compass, that inner sense of direction that can sometimes spin wildly with stress or worry. We'll find true north not by forcing it, but by entering a space of profound stillness and focus. Look at the image before you, this blue, quiet, and ancient grove. For the next little while, this ethereal place is your true north. Let the dark, grounded earth hold your worries, and let the gentle blue light illuminate your focus. Let's begin the journey inward, allowing every detail to anchor your mind right here, right now. To help visualize our environment to our visual impaired audience, imagine this. This image transports us into a magical twilight setting, dominated by a pervasive deep blue and indigo color palette, suggesting a secret grove illuminated by the moon and starlight rather than the sun. The scene's anchor is the massive, rough foreground, which appears to be the thick, exposed roots of an ancient tree or a colossal fallen log, covered in dark, damp earth and coarse bark. Its texture is rugged, providing a solid, grounding presence. Scattered across this dark substrate are clusters of small, pure white mushrooms that are the scene's primary light source, emitting a gentle, warm, and electric glow that contrasts sharply with the cool, blue environment and casts tiny, soft pools of light. The atmosphere is made ethereal by numerous electric blue butterflies, a brilliant, vibrant color so intense it seems to shimmer. Some of these beautiful creatures are resting, wings angled upward on the dark bark, while many others are caught mid-flight, fluttering silently around the mushroom clusters and drifting into the deeply shadowed background. This background is a soft, hazy blur of even darker blue and near black, suggesting towering, immense trees and deep mystery, creating a profound sense of depth while maintaining an atmosphere of quiet, magical stillness. Let us start with entering the scene and noticing the substrate. Find a comfortable seat. Allow your body to relax, but keep your mind gently focused on the image. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, and let it out slowly, releasing any tension you're holding. Now, bring your focus entirely to the picture before you, the one with the blue butterflies. Let your eyes absorb the colors, the light, and the texture. As you look at it, you are no longer just looking at a screen. You are standing at the edge of this Azure Grove, a secret world bathed in twilight. I am standing right at the edge of a deep, shadowed forest, but the light here is not sunlight. It's a magical, deep, midnight blue luminescence that seems to radiate from the very air. My feet are planted on something uneven, something organic, and I look down to see the surface that dominates the foreground, a vast, rough, and ancient substrate. It could be the thick, exposed roots of a monumental tree, or perhaps a long fallen log that has become a world unto itself. I describe this ground. It is a rich tapestry of dark, damp earth and decaying wood. The texture is rough, like coarse bark that has weathered countless storms and soft rains. There are deep crevasses and shallow dips, each one holding a tiny pocket of shadow. Run your hand across it in your mind. It feels sturdy, resilient, and utterly natural. It has a slightly musty, earthy scent, like cold stone and wet moss after a summer rain. This grounded texture is the anchor of this world. Now, my gaze is drawn to the most captivating elements growing directly out of this dark earth, the tiny, glowing mushrooms. They are pure white, almost translucent, standing in miniature clusters. They are incredibly detailed, with delicate pleated gills visible under their tiny caps. But it is their inner light that arrests me. They aren't just reflecting light, they are producing it. It's a soft, warm, almost electric glow, like a tiny, gentle candle flame that pushes back against the overwhelming blue of the forest. I notice the one closest to the left, standing tall and proud, and then the smaller, tucked-away pair on the right, huddled together like quiet observers. This little patch of light is my safe haven within the blue gloom. I state where I am. I am now fully present, not just in my office, but mentally immersed in the Azure Grove, anchored by the solid, earthy substrate beneath my imaginative feet. I watch the soft motes of light, tiny glittering particles, perhaps firefly dust, or simply captured moonlight, drifting lazily in the air just above the mushrooms, sparkling like scattered diamonds against the deep indigo background. Every detail here, from the roughness of the bark to the softness of the mushroom's glow, is precise and stable. Now, let's focus on the ethereal butterflies and deepening the environment. Take another slow, settling breath. Recommit your focus to the image. I shift my attention slightly, lifting my head to observe the creatures that give this grove its name and its magic, the blue butterflies. They are not merely blue. They are a vibrant, intense, electric blue, a color so pure it feels like a piece of the midnight sky has been captured on their wings. Their wings are wide, powerful, and slightly iridescent, catching the ambient blue light and flashing with a secondary, almost silvery sheen as they flutter. I describe what I see in detail. I see one magnificent butterfly perched directly on the rough bark in the center left. Its wings are angled slightly upward, allowing me to see the full breadth of their stunning pattern. It seems to be resting, drawing energy from the mystical luminescence of the ground. Other butterflies are in motion, caught mid-flight in a delicate, silent dance. Notice the one in the upper right, its wings a blur of movement, and the one farther back, almost a silhouette against the deep blue trees. They are numerous, yet their movement is gentle and unhurried. The sound they don't make, the absolute quiet of their flight, is a key part of this serene environment. I state the specific details of the background. Beyond the immediate foreground, the environment drops away into a deep, almost cavernous background. The shadows are immense, giving the impression of towering ancient tree trunks or perhaps a steep, mossy cliff face. The colors here are layers of indigo, navy, and nearly black, creating a powerful sense of depth and mystery. This is a place where time slows down and the everyday world fades away. The light there is softer, a hazy, luminous mist that obscures the distance, ensuring that only the immediate, detailed foreground holds my complete attention. I focus on my senses. I imagine the subtle, cool temperature of this midnight grove on my skin, a refreshing crispness that clears the mind. I focus on the gentle, soft light that is easy on the eyes, without glare or sharpness, allowing my attention to rest. I watch as a butterfly drifts closer, passing just over the glowing mushroom caps, its shadow momentarily flicking across the bright white surface. I am completely absorbed in this moment, in this perfect balance of dark, grounding earth and light, ethereal flight. The whole scene is utterly still, save for the slow, meandering dance of the blue wings. I confirm my grounded state. My body is relaxed, my breathing is slow and steady, and my mind is perfectly focused on the textures, colors, and motion of this Azure Grove. I am present, I am aware, and I am anchored by the solid, imaginary world I have created from this image. This detailed narration, this inventory of my surroundings, has brought my mind completely into the here and now. I remain here, just observing the gentle, magical environment, until I am ready to slowly bring my focus back. Next up, we have the secret textures and subtle movement. Let your focus soften again, moving past the butterflies to the surrounding growth. I begin to explore the micro details of this sacred space, focusing on the textures just beyond the main cluster of mushrooms. I notice a fine layer of velvet moss clinging to the deeper shadowed parts of the bark. It's a muted, cool green that is almost black in this dim blue light, and it creates a stark contrast against the rough, dark wood. Mentally, I feel the difference. The moss is soft, spongy, and cool to the touch, a cushion against the hard, unyielding bark. It represents resilience and slow, patient growth, surviving in the deep shadows of this grove. My gaze is drawn slightly upward, imagining the canopy above. Though unseen, its presence is felt in the quality of the light. The forest is so dense that only this mysterious, cold blue light filters through, meaning the air above is likely heavy and still. I listen not for sound, but for the absence of sound. I hear no wind rustling leaves, no water trickling, only the profound, calming silence that accompanies such deep twilight. This auditory stillness allows my internal dialogue to soften, bringing a soothing quiet to my inner ear and helping my compass to stop spinning. I track the movement of one of the ethereal motes of light, a tiny airborne particle that drifts from the upper right toward the center. It does not follow a straight path. It wafts, rises slightly, pauses, and then drifts down, caught in the imperceptible currents of the cave-like space. I focus only on this single, slow journey, letting the pace of its drift dictate the pace of my thoughts. Its slow, aimless movement reminds me that not everything requires a destination or a fixed course. Sometimes, simply floating in the present moment is enough. I observe the base of the nearest glowing white mushroom, specifically where it emerges from the dark ground. I notice a slight, fine dusting of blue spore or shimmer surrounding its stem, evidence of its mystical luminescence. It is a detail that hints at the fragility and magic of this tiny ecosystem. This glowing life is sustained without the sun, drawing its energy from the deep forest floor. This observation grounds me in the principle that sustenance and light can be found even in the deepest darkness. Finally, I allow my focus to widen and take in the overall geometry of the scene. The dark ground forms a solid, heavy horizontal base, a powerful line of stability. The faint, towering background creates strong vertical lines, suggesting strength and age. The butterflies are the only truly erratic, curving lines of movement. This composition, where stability vastly outweighs motion, creates a visual feeling of safety and permanence. I anchor my mind to these strong, ancient lines, feeling safe and held by the structure of the Azure Grove. Shift your sensory focus from sight to the subtle impressions of sound and texture around you as we delve into the hidden water and ancient echoes. I extend my awareness beyond the immediate focal point of the butterflies and mushrooms, searching the deeper, obscured reaches of the grove. I sense the presence of hidden water nearby. While I hear no rush or trickle, the air carries a distinct cool, mineral dampness, a silent promise of a hidden spring or pool nestled among the ancient roots. This water source, though unseen, suggests a constant, refreshing flow, a powerful reminder that life's necessary elements are often working beneath the surface, steady and continuous. I focus on the immense scale of the ancient forest surrounding me. The deep blue background now feels like the flank of a giant moss-covered monument. I imagine the vast, underground root system supporting these unseen trees, interlocked and extending for miles. This network is a symbol of deep, shared connection and stability. I allow myself to feel supported by this imaginary, immense foundational structure, grounding my own sense of being within this ancient, powerful system. I mentally trace the specific shape of the largest butterfly's wing that is resting on the bark. I notice the slight asymmetry and the minute imperfections on its edges, a tiny tear or a slight wave in the delicate tissue. These details confirm its reality and its journey. It is not perfect, but it is beautiful, strong, and capable of flight. This imperfection is a mirror of life, confirming that strength and beauty coexist with wear and experience. I imagine a single soft echo rebounding through the deep, cavernous space of the grove. It is not an actual noise, but the resonance of the absence of noise. I listen for this echo of silence, allowing the expansive depth of the environment to wash over me. This sense of vast, quiet space emphasizes the small, contained power of the luminous mushrooms and the gentle dance of the butterflies, making the present moment feel intensely precious and focused. I concentrate on the specific way the blue light interacts with the dark ground. It doesn't illuminate it entirely. Instead, it catches the rough peaks and edges, leaving the deep depressions in absolute shadow. This contrast is dynamic and peaceful. I focus on the smooth transition where the light ends and the shadow begins, finding a meditative rhythm in this gentle boundary. This transition embodies balance, showing me where I stand between what is clearly seen and what remains hidden. Now, during this integration and release phase, I want you to begin integrating the elements, moving toward a state of complete silent awareness. I gather the details of the environment, integrating them into one whole unified feeling. I focus on the simultaneous sense of weight and lightness, the heavy, solid earth anchoring me below, and the weightless, effortless flight of the butterflies above. I acknowledge the contrast, realizing that true peace often involves accepting these two poles of existence, the burden of being grounded and the freedom of being present. I now choose one of the butterflies in motion, perhaps the one high in the upper right corner, and I follow its entire continuous path across the entire frame in my mind. I observe its small, unpredictable deviations and its overall arc, following it until it passes out of my sight and into the indigo mist. This exercise in sustained focus is the final test of my calm compass, training my mind to track a single, peaceful thread without distraction. I mentally thank the glowing mushrooms for their steady, unwavering light. They have served as my visual anchor, a constant source of quiet illumination in the darkness. I absorb the lesson of the mushroom's gentle glow, that my inner light does not need to be loud or grand to be effective. It only needs to be consistent, emanating warmth and clarity from within. I take a moment to mentally release any residual tension that might have accumulated during this long session. I imagine that tension as a small, dry leaf caught on the edge of the rough bark. With a soft, imaginary sigh, I watch that leaf detach and fall into the deep, soft shadow, dissolving without a trace. I am cleansed and unburdened by the stillness of the Azure Grove. Finally, I rest, completely immersed in the profound quiet that has been built over this entire session. I am fully present, perfectly centered in this moment of blue light and ancient stone. My compass is not just calm, it is still. I breathe slowly, deeply, and gently, carrying the unwavering stillness of the Azure Grove with me as I prepare to return. Last but not least, light, shadow, and inner reflection. Gently shift your attention to the play of light and shadow, the deepest aspects of the scene. I explore the boundaries of the shadows, moving my mental gaze to the far edges of the image where the detail gives way entirely to pure indigo and velvet black. These areas are not empty. They are full of quiet potential and unknown depth. The deeper the shadow, the more intense the contrast with the glowing mushrooms becomes. I acknowledge these dark areas as the unknown parts of my own inner landscape, accepting them as simply part of the whole, necessary for the light to shine. I direct my focus to the single, still butterfly resting on the bark, its wings magnificent and whole. I notice the delicate, fine black veins that crisscross its electric blue surface. These tiny lines are not blemishes, but the framework, the structure that gives the wing its strength and allows for flight. I reflect on this detail. Strength is found in structure, even within beauty. It is a tangible detail that connects the ephemeral creature to the solid, physical world. I imagine the slight, gentle warmth radiating from the white mushroom light, contrasting with the overall cool temperature of the blue air. It is a tiny, localized pocket of comfort and heat. I mentally cup my hands around this imaginary warmth, letting that sense of small, self-contained comfort permeate my awareness. This localized light is my reminder that I possess an internal source of comfort and warmth that I can access at any time. My attention drifts to the far upper left quadrant of the image. The deep blue there is so dark that it hints at a slight, soft edge of purple, like a stain of ancient royalty. This subtle color variation prevents the darkness from feeling flat or oppressive, instead giving it a rich, luxurious depth. It is a detail of richness in the shadow, reinforcing the beauty found in the quiet, deepest parts of the scene. I conclude this detailed exploration by taking a moment to breathe in the quiet of the grove, a deep, slow breath that pulls the cool, clean, silent air into my lungs. With the exhale, I release any final fragments of thought that are not related to this place. I am fully immersed in this environment, anchored by the bark, illuminated by the glow, and calmed by the silent, steady dance of the blue wings. My inner compass is perfectly still, pointing only toward the present moment. For a soothing closing of finding true north and calming the compass, as you gently let the image fade, allow the feeling of that peaceful grove to remain with you. The rough, solid earth anchored your mind, and the silent butterflies reminded you of the effortless flow of being. Your compass is now steady, reset by the stillness you found within. You carry that calm, grounded clarity back with you. It's not lost or left behind. You have successfully centered yourself. Take one last, deep, reorienting breath, and when you are ready, slowly bring your attention back to your physical surroundings, feeling refreshed and steady. If this journey to the Azure Grove helped you find your balance, please like this video and share it with anyone else who needs to calm their compass. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can easily come back to Calming My Compass for more grounding sessions like this one. Until next time, stay centered.